In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on July 13, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Cincinnati Reds versus New York Yankees. The Cincinnati Reds battle the New York Yankees in Game 2 of their 3-game set in the Big Apple. The Reds are currently in last place in the National League Central Division after a horrific start to the season. The Yankees, on the contrary, have been on a historically successful start of their own and are head and shoulders above the rest of the American League East with baseball's best record. On the mound on Wednesday night will be lefty Mike Minor of the Reds taking on righty Luis Severino of the Yankees. The Reds are 18-38 in the last 58 road games and 7-19 in their last 26 Wednesday games. Cincinnati is 9-26 in their last 35 in Game 2 of a series. Meanwhile, the Yankees are 39-13 in their last 52 in Game 2 of a series and 51-19 in their last 70 versus the National League Central. New York is 40-17 in their last 57 versus a lefty starter. You'll be hard-pressed to find a bigger mismatch all season long in Major League Baseball. To put it bluntly, the Yankees excel everywhere the Reds have floundered so far this season. New York's potent offensive attack will be licking their chops against this putrid Cincinnati pitching staff. Expect them to hang a big number on a struggling Minor launching a few balls into the seats while scoring early and often. While the Reds have been better of late, they are simply no match for this Yankee squad, who ranks number 1 in runs scored and runs allowed. New York is 3-1 against the run line in their last 4 home games, while the Reds are 1-3 against the spread in their last 4 road contests. This game appears to be a tremendous mismatch on paper. The Yankees' potent lineup will jump all over Minor, and Severino will give New York 6 solid innings and turn the game over to arguably the game's best bullpen. So the New York Yankees to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Yankees have scored 6 or more runs in 8 out of their last 20 home games. They are first in runs scored per game, first in home runs, and first in slugging. They are matching up with a Reds pitching staff that has allowed the second most home runs this season and has the league's worst ERA. The Reds have hit the over in each of their 2 games prior to heading to New York. They have also hit the over in 4-out Minor's last 5 starts as well. The Reds' offense has averaged nearly 5 runs per game in the last 60 games. The Yankees' vaunted lineup looks poised to overwhelm a Reds pitching staff ranked dead last with an ERA north of 5.25. Mike Minor has struggled all season and won't have an answer for the deepest lineup in the league. Expect big games out of Judge and Stanton, with one or both leaving the yard at some point. The Yankees rank first in runs scored, home runs, and OPS, and will hang another big number here. The over is 5-1 in New York's last 6 games, and the Reds are always a likely over candidate due to their poor pitching. Expect the Yankees to put up some impressive offensive numbers in this one, and the Reds to do enough to easily make this one a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia Phillies versus Toronto Blue Jays. The Philadelphia Phillies continue their series north of the border on Wednesday night as they battle it out with the Toronto Blue Jays in a compelling interleague clash. Toronto edged out a 4-3 win in the series opener behind a brilliant 13-strikeout performance from Jose Berrios and a 2-hit RBI night from Teoscar Hernandez. Both teams will be looking to make up a substantial gap in their respective divisions heading into the second half. Philly ace Zach Wheeler will be on the hill in this one. He will take on Ross Stripling for the Blue Jays. The Phillies are 1-5 in their last 6 during Game 2 of a series and 25-12 in their last 37 overall. The Blue Jays are 2-7 in their last 9 during Game 2 of a series and 1-4 in their last 5 versus National League East. The under is 6-0 in Philly's last 6 overall. The over is 33-13 in Blue Jays' last 46 overall. The Phillies are 5-14 in the last 19 meetings in Toronto and 9-22 in the last 31 meetings. Toronto broke out of a steady downward slide by sneaking out a narrow win in the series opener. Even so, the club has been reeling of late with a 2-9 record over their last 11 games. The pitching has been uneven with an ERA north of 4. Ross Stripling has been solid but has also struggled with length failing to advance beyond the 5th inning in 4 of his last 5 starts. Look for a potent Philly lineup to be on him from the jump and force the Blue Jays bullpen into action by the middle innings. Zack Wheeler has been masterful since a tough April with 11 quality starts in his last 13 outings. The Phillies have been playing great ball behind him, going 8-3 in his last 11 starts. Both of these offenses are talented, but they've been in a funk over the last week, so I'm going to go with the better pitcher here. As good as Ross Stripling has been, Zack Wheeler has allowed 33 hits and 8 earned runs in his last 43.2 innings. If it wasn't for Sandy Alcantara and what he's doing with the Marlins, Wheeler would be a legit Cy Young candidate right now. Take the squad with a legit ace on the hill in Philadelphia going up against a Blue Jay team that is not in good form at the moment, so the Philadelphia Phillies money line is our full game side pick. While both teams boast potent lineups with a plethora of elite talent, the Phillies are missing their best bat at the moment with Harper on the shelf. The Blue Jays have not been themselves as of late, averaging less than 3 runs per game over their last 8 contests. While in the midst of a 2-9 overall stretch, don't expect them to break out going up against an elite talent in Wheeler, who is at the top of his game at the moment with 14 consecutive shutout innings in his last 2 starts. The under is 6-2 in the Blue Jays' last 8 games and 7-0 in the Phillies' last 7. Philadelphia's pitching has really stepped up of late, which is why the Phillies have gone under in 6 straight games. They are also missing 2 of their biggest bats in the lineup. Wheeler has been on fire, not allowing a run through his first 2 starts this month. Stripling has not gone more than 5 innings in his last 3 starts, but he still has strong numbers this year. The total has gone under in 4 of the last 5 head-to-head meetings between these teams. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago White Sox versus Cleveland Guardians. The Cleveland Guardians play host to the Chicago White Sox on Wednesday from Progressive Field in a battle between American League Central foes. Even though the Twins sit atop the standings, both of these teams remain within striking distance of the top of the standings. The Guardians have dominated the season series to date, winning 6 of 7 games so far, including the first 2 in this midweek series. While both of these teams want to be in contention for the divisional crown once the fall rolls around, Cleveland has continued to distance itself from Chicago as Wednesday night draws near. Regardless, though, this edition of the rivalry isn't one that fans will want to miss. Chicago is 19-9 in their last 28 road games against a team with a right-handed starter and 4-1 in their last 5 road games against a team with a winning record, while the under is 5-0 in their last 5 Game 4 matchups. Cleveland is 5-2 in their last 7 home games and 2-6 in their last 8 games overall, while the over is 3-0-1 in their last 4 Wednesday games. Despite his recent struggles, Giolito is the stronger of the 2 starters in this matchup and has a better overall track record. Specifically, Giolito was sharp in his 1 matchup with the Guardians, allowing 1 run in 6 solid innings. The White Sox, with the return of Jimenez and Moncada, have a stronger everyday lineup than the Guardians and are more capable of putting up big numbered innings. The White Sox are also a plus .500 team on the road this season and will take the series finale with Giolito taking the bump. In a battle of 2 fairly evenly matched teams, the White Sox have the edge in this matchup, so the Chicago White Sox money line is our full game side pick. Giolito has an ERA north of 5 and Civil has an ERA north of 6. Adding in that both pitchers have struggled to get much length into their starts, the lineups could get through to the bullpens early and often in this one. Additionally, for the White Sox, the over is 4-0-1 in their last 5 games against a team with a winning record and 5-0 in Giolito's last 5 starts against a team with a winning record. For the Guardians, the over is 3-0-1 in their last 4 Wednesday games and 4-0 in Civil's last 4 starts following a quality start in his last appearance. In Civil's 11 starts this season, the Guardians have gone to the over in 8 of them. Overall, they have gone to the over in 4 out their last 7 games. The White Sox are averaging 6.7 runs per game in their last 7 wins. The White Sox have gone to the over in 7 of Giolito's last 8 starts. Expect the White Sox to have more than 1 multi-run inning versus Civil and the game to surpass 10 runs with ease. You have 2 starters in Giolito and Civil that really have not been good in terms of keeping runs off of the board in recent games for their respective sides, and I don't expect any different here. I'm not sure how this one isn't getting to double digits. With both of the starters on Wednesday struggling so far this season, this one looks like it could be a high-scoring affair between the 2 sides. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video. whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.